Golf fanatics and degenerates, it's iPod Todd here bringing you another expert model on the Fantasy Fanatics. Before we dive into this week, let's discuss last week's results. Well, another exciting tournament on the European Tour. You had two of the brighter stars, Bernd Wiesenberger, who I usually talk about and write up in most of my articles, and Tommy Fleetwood, who was my number one pick last week. Finished it off in a playoff on the first hole. Bernd looked like he was going to dunk one in the hazard and made an amazing shot as the ball's just sitting above the water to about 6 feet and tapped it in for birdie. And Tommy missed his birdie putt and knew he had no chance after that. But another exciting tournament. Tape delay on Golf Channel, but that was all right. Just woke up a little later and enjoyed the tournament. Not too many of our other guys finished up on the leaderboard. You had some European staples. Gregory Bourdais was pretty popular last year. Ross Fisher was coming off the Masters and good results at WGC. Zanotti, winner already this year. The American David Lipsky and Sohan. Alexander Levy played well there over the weekend and finished 8th for us. Another one of the guys we talked up. But overall, my weekend pretty much hinged on if Fleetwood was victorious or Bernd. So lost a little bit on that, but not enough to cry over spilled milk here. So this week, European Tour is back in China for the Volvo China Open. Topwind Golf and Country Club. This will be the second year the course will be hosting the tournament. It's a par 72 with 4 par 5s and 2 pretty gettable par 4s for the longer hitters on the back 9. So we could be in store for another, exciting tournament like we had last week. Fairways are pretty generous, but there's lots of waters and bunkers surrounding the green complexes. Stats I'm looking at this week. Mostly birdie or better, and driving distance will be the top of my range of stat rankings, with greens and regulations and putts per green right below that. All right, let's dive right into the model here. We have it sorted by DraftKings pricing, and I got my notes notated there on the side. And right now, DraftKings put Bernd Wiesenberger as the top costly player this week. Usually he's down around the 10s or 9s, and awesome play, hasn't missed a cut forever, but the high of winning, first win, and it took him a very long time to get the 4th win. That's his first win in a few years. So for me, I think I'm probably gonna pass, maybe sprinkle in a little bit in the $3, but gonna let him enjoy that win last week and let some others get on him. Ross Fisher right below, just missed out on the playoff. I think that's gonna affect him a little bit, but he does have the distance score on the par 5s, and the WGC and the Masters coverage will probably make him one of the more popular plays this week. So if something does happen to him, miss the cut or finish down the leaderboard, it could be really good for your GPP plays. Juice Luton right below him. He'll probably be my favorite GPP player to start my lineups this week. He's 5 for 5 in China. Some of them are WGCs that are no cuts, but he's had a second before. Right below him, Jordan Smith's going to be a tough price to pay the 10-2 for a non-winner on the European Tour, but I think definitely worth a GPP gamble. Fabricio Zanotti finished well last week. Winner in Malaysia, 3 starts back. Definitely could get back on him this week. Thornburg Olsen, one of the better putters in the field. Worth a look. Alexander Levy right back at it after a good finish last week. He's 8 for 8 in China with the 1st, 3rd, 4th, and the good 8th last week. Dropped down a little bit. David Lipsky, American, he won the Asian Tour of Merit in 2015, so he definitely knows how to win over here. Worth the play. Had a good finish last week. 8,300. Peter Uline, another American. He's 5 for 5 in the his for his last 5 tournaments with starts on the PGA Tour. He withdrew here last year, so people might just be discouraged. But definitely one of my favorite plays, at definitely at this price too. So you can see he's got 4 of my notations here for my notes. Dylan Fertilli right below him, 4 for 4, no worse than 29th in his last 4, 5th last week. He's 8th in my model in driving distance. So these are definitely the guys I think who can score here that you want to plug in. Brandon Stone right below him, made the cut on the number last week. Didn't play as well as I would like, but he's number 1 in birdie or better percentage. At the $8,000 price tag, 2 wins on the European Tour. Definitely going to put him in a lot of my GPP lineups this week. Dean Burmeister, always one of my favorite plays. Mean Dean, 2nd in driving distance, or birdie or better. A bomber, winner this season already. So been carrying some pretty good form. He makes all. He hasn't played too many of the European tournaments. He just got his card from South Africa a few years ago, but he makes almost every cut. Richie Ramsey right below him. He's 6 for 6 in China. It could be a low-owned GPP play. People aren't looking at. Peter Hansen. I wrote him up last week, so definitely take a look at that. He's healthy again, and he was 6th over the course last year. Bradley Dredge, he's going to be my bounce-back player this week. Missed the cut last week, was 15th here and 16. Definitely a good player. Will probably be pretty upset he missed that cut last week. Lucas right below him. He's a bomber, 3rd last year over this course. He's going to be one of those guys looking to break out here for his first win. So wrote him up in my article. Take a look at that. Alexander Bjork right below him. He made the Sunday charge last week. Finished well. He's my Viking blood play of the week this week. Take a look at my article. James Morrison right below him. Also wrote him up. He also gets 4 monikers in my notes. Recent form's been off the charts. Not the longest driver, but good at hitting the greens, birdie or better percentage. You got a couple bombers right below him. Cole Sars, he's won in China before. I think actually the Volvo China Open, a different course. Ryan Fox, young bomber. You got Brett Rumfield. He victory already this year. Australian's been playing well. Mika Korinen, he's a nice all-around game. Makes a lot of cuts. I'd like to see him, when he's in the $6,000 range, but I think 7's definitely worth popping him in the lineup this week. Jorge Campillo, what a difference a couple missed cuts makes, down to 6,800. He's been playing well all year. Missed cut, 2nd missed cut, 19th missed cut. Definitely don't think that deserves the price drop. Should be good. Plug in here. Hayden Porteous, South African bomber down there. Greggy Havre, he Frenchman. He played well a couple weeks back. And I wouldn't go too much lower than that. So overall, Ross Fisher's my top guy, but like I talked about in my model here, but like I talked about, just coming up short in that cut is going to be tough. So should be a good week. The DraftKings prize pools are increased, and without the PGA Tour, definitely look to at least buy your lineup, put a quick dummy lineup in tonight or early tomorrow before these things do sell out, because I think they probably will sell out early, with 60,000 being the $3, and then the $33 will I think has a $50,000 prize pool, so they should sell out pretty early. But the cash games will be good, so definitely get on those. Good luck this week, guys.